Hello there all, Kate back here and welcome to this channel. Today we are visiting Rapperswil, also known as Town of Roses. It's located in the upper end of Lake Zurich, combines historical site, cultural life, great hiking and more, and all of it in a Mediterranean atmosphere. Town also known as the Riviera of upper end of Lake Zurich. It's not a very big town, population of roughly 30,000 and elevation of 400 meters. If you were to visit Rapperswil yourself, you wouldn't even need anyone to tell you that it is the Town of Roses, because you've probably seen it yourself. So roses is truly a big deal here. Even the coat of arms of Rapperswil is actually decorated with 2 red roses. Other than that, city has all of the traditional Swiss beauties, gorgeous lake, mountains, stunning architecture, and additional bonus roses all over the place in most public areas and 3 official rose gardens. Rapperswil is a very well-developed tourist destination with great tourist infrastructure, easily accessible by public transportation, great hotels and restaurants. So now we are making our way to the city castle through some of the gorgeous remains of city fortification. Rapperswil has preserved a lovely medieval atmosphere, as you could see. Origins of Rapperswil originally described in a legend, and it's a very interesting one. One morning, the lord of future Rapperswil, together with his wife and some servants, sailed across the lake to hunt. They soon tracked down a deer, pursued it to the heights of rocks, and that would be called Schlossberg, and Schlossberg basically Castle Mountain. The animal was hiding in a cave. When hunters entered the cave, they saw 2 calves, 2 baby deers next to the deer. The wife of the count took pity on them and made her husband withdraw the dogs to save the deers. Around noon, Count and Countess were resting in the shade, and suddenly deer appeared, putting its head on the Countess' lap, thanking her for saving its life. The Count was so moved that he'd ordered to save the 3 animals and put them in safe location to allow them to live the rest of their days. He also saw this incident as a sign from heaven, and already the following day decided to found a new castle on exactly the same rock and small town in the southern slope. This is an 800-year-old legend. The castle hill affords a panoramic view from here to Glarus Alps and all the way to Zurich Oberland. So this is the Rapperswil Castle. The castle towers above the town is truly a landmark of Rapperswil. It's perched high into the hill and it's today a home to a Polish museum. So here you see a Polish freedom column that has been located in the castle terrace since 1868. It's a sign of Swiss solidarity with people who are struggling for their freedom, which Polish certainly did throughout all of their history. So castle itself dates back to 13th century. The first mention is 1229. Today it's a Polish National Museum, as I pointed out, created by Polish immigrants, but it's also a restaurant. So whether you're planning a wedding or a family celebration, this is one of the best places to do it in Rapperswil because it allows you a unique view, beautiful ambience, and great service. And this wooden bridge from Rapperswil to Herden is considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bridge was here since the medieval ages and pilgrims made their way to Santiago de Compostela. And now modern wooden bridge is 2.5 meters wide and 841 meters long. It's the longest wooden bridge in Switzerland, so definitely worth a visit. So now we're making our way to the first rose garden. So this is a rose garden of Capuchin Monastery. There are roughly 16,000 plants of 600 different kinds that can be viewed here from June to October for free. So you can come anytime, spend an afternoon, have a picnic if you'd like. This was one of my favorite spots in town. So this is a rose garden of Capuchin Monastery. It's an active monastery with a very long history. The Capuchin brothers have lived here since 1602 and have been accepting guests to live with them since 1992. What's truly amazing about Rapperswil Monastery is that guests can truly immerse themselves in the life of the community. Guests actually expected to participate in religious services and meditations. Men and women of all religions are welcome. The length of the stay is decided in advance and starts and ends always on Sunday, so the minimum stay is roughly 8 days. I really want to come. I'm not sure if I can, but I would definitely love to stay. On a guided tour with one of the brothers, you can take a look at the monastery. You can learn about Franciscan history and the ways of life. Around Capuchin Monastery, there is this famous garden that I'm standing in right now. And this very garden is the one to which Rapperswil owes its name of City of Roses. So Rapperswil is known as a Riviera of Upper Lake Zurich, and this name I think is well deserved. It promises visitors southern charm, great food, small medieval alleys, and all of that with a rose aroma throughout. The region was well known to the visitors from the north as early as medieval ages because it was situated on the route taken by Jacob pilgrims who were visiting Rapperswil because it was on their way to Santiago de Compostela using the bridge that I mentioned earlier. On the right you see the city's city hall, Rathaus Rapperswil, and it was built in 1470 in architectural style of European medieval. Yes, there is such a style. Here you can see the coats of arms, the two red roses. This is a chapel of St. John's Church. Here you can see the church. This is the main church of the city. It's a Roman Catholic church that was built in 1489. Today, this site is very popular with the weddings due to the beauty of the building and the gorgeous views. You see the clock tower of the Rapperswil castle, so it's still the same castle. It's just really large. So dear friends, that was all that I wanted to share with you for this journey. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Put the like if you liked it, subscribe if you liked the content, and see you soon.